Another revealing story of British aircraft production comes with a visit by Pathé Gazette cameramen to a factory where men and women are building and assembling large numbers of the celebrated Boulton Defiant fighter aircraft. From the maze of precision instruments and workshop tools are being fashioned the planes which produced one of the first air surprises of the war. Over the beaches of Dunkirk, the Germans got the shock of their lives when, after getting on the tails of the Defiants, they were shot down apparently from nowhere. The backward-firing, power-operated 4-gun turret ripped the Luftwaffe planes to pieces. In the tail unit assembly shop, girl operatives rivet the sections and fit the outer metal skin to the tailplane. With the increasing development of night-flying interceptors, the Defiant has proved an excellent night fighter and is now sharing that important duty with the Beaufighter, the American-built Havoc, and others. Elevators and rudders are here being covered. The fabric is then given its doping process. Sewing is an operation which calls for infinitely more skill than ordinary stitching. Later on, when construction is completed, the whole machine will be sprayed with the black paint worn by all our night fighters. The gun turret, the real sting of the Defiant, and the air screw spinner and engine cowlings are fitted. A final check-up on the retractable landing gear, and another fine machine takes its place in the line drawn up on the tarmac. Before delivery to any squadron, the planes are taken up by test pilots, men who, as physicians of the air, diagnose every characteristic of each plane as they subject it to a whole catalogue of excessive tests. The first time this type of machine was used on a large scale, one squadron shot down 37 German fighters and bombers without loss, and in 3 days accounted for 60 enemy aircraft. Powerful, defiant, and as dauntless as the brood that gave it birth.
Okay, so after finding out I can actually use the high definition camera, I'm actually over the moon now. Great, thank you. The new Windows Movie Maker is now updated. Well, here we have the where we left off. We have the seat on the cockpit floor here. Actually, this has a perfect fit. No, what I saw. That just slots into there like that. That's pretty good. Just have to wait to the end when it's all completed and not. Very tight fit getting in there, but once it's in, that's solid. Right, so next thing to do is go paint the cushion seat. Now, let's have a look, see what levers we got. We got these two levers, matte leather brown, or it can be painted in this colour. I'm gonna have to go for this kind of version of Flat Earth. Dear me. I'll have to go for this version. I'm afraid I have to get rid of the leather brown because unfortunately it's just a touch too dark. This one. Just gonna give us a good shake. Now you can tell it's been a couple of hours. Well, actually more than a couple of hours, couple of days actually since I did this. Like I said, I think the main factor about me is that I've lost my mojo because I have so many things on the go. I know Rebs at Klein Iron had the same problem as me, so yeah, I'm just trying to cut it down at a minute a bit. Just gonna take a bit of this and just thin it down a bit of water, and then just go smooth it over the top very gently, like that. Like so. I'm just going to wipe a bit more of that off actually. like so. And of course very gently around the top, like that. That's alright. Just gotta let that, oh dear, let that dry now for a bit and see what happens. Well, I'm not sure whether I'm 100% happy with that colour actually, or whether I'm going to be better with that colour. I'll go let it dry and see how it comes out with, to be perfectly honest. I'm not sure which will be better. I know that it's saying and had a look at reference material and it is in the flat earth colour, but I'm not sure. Okay, so now know what you're thinking. What the hell is he doing? You know, I thought he was actually trying to show every single thing he did. Well, the main fact it is now 20 past 9 at night, and yep, back here again on the bench. Basically, I'm not going to talk about this much. This is Cockpit floor anyway. Really nice paintwork on it. I really like the green paint that Tommy provides. Anyway, what I've done on this, well, last part I mentioned that I put the holder for the seat in, and basically what I've done is now I gave that another coat of paint because it not dried properly on it. Just gave it another green paint, and wait, are you in shot? No, there you go. Gave it another green paint, and the handles painted black. Also, the seat, I wasn't happy with the seat, so I decided, so basically if you didn't, I think you know, I was painted at that, and I kind of changed my mind and went to go for that colour. But then once I painted that on, A, I realised it was too thin, and B, it wasn't the right colour. So what I did was I got tissue paper and dabbed it off, and basically it's give it a nice worn effect. So yeah, I really like that. It's nice how it turned out. Right, what we're going to do now is we're going to put some Photo-Etched seat harnesses on that I mentioned. Now, what am I using, you may ask? Well, find it. Here's what I'm using. It is Airwaves. These are actually pretty good brands from Hallants in Shropshire. It's not Shropshire, sorry, Suffolk. In Lowestoft. I've been to the place and it's absolutely massive. God, it's really scary for your wallets down there. Anyway, I bought these ages ago and they were £5. Whereas if you bought an Edward, like for 2 Photo-Etched seat harnesses, it costs you £6. So I thought to myself, why waste your money when you just get these? Simple as. So what? It does come with instructions here, and it does tell you which parts go where, and it's actually pretty good because you get mirrors, you get 4 different parts, and you even get gear leg, brake parts. That's really good. It also it's like a number chart to tell you whereabouts to put them and anything else like that. So let's have a look what we got to do here. Right, so the main step I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the 2 buckle straps. What I'm going to do, let's cut them out, and that's one here. Just cut these 2 out like so. It's very fiddly with Photo-Etched, I have to admit, if no one else has used this. That's that still not cut off. That's cut off there. That's off there. Right. So I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to turn it over so you can see them 2 now. That's actually pretty good. But yeah. Right, okie dokie, so what's going to happen now? Well, check for any parts that need to be trimmed off, which there are. Right, actually I'm going to do this pair of scissors actually. Very carefully just cut the like so. Just don't do what I did the first time I used Photo-Etched, got a bit of metal stuck in me. Brilliant. Right, so now what you do is these are fed through this hole that I mentioned what I drilled out. Just like in the Spitfire and Hurricane ones. Right, so that's going to go there. How far do you want it down? A bit more up, I think, like so. No, a bit more down, like that. I'm just going to bend that over at the back, like so. So that's resting like that. And we feed the other one through, like so, like that. Ah, perfect. Bend that down again. Like so. Right, okie dokie, right, that's the main step. Now what we do now is going to take some glue. I'm using this fast adhesive glue. It's really good, this stuff. This has cost me £1 with the adhesive spray. So that was really good. Let's see if we get a cocktail stick with some glue on the end of it. Like so. Just go wipe some excess off. Excess. Dipshit, so excuse me. Right, well, I'll go glue that down. That's another advice, don't get on your fingers, otherwise when it dries, it gives that horrible, horrible matte feeling on your fingers. Right, so that's dry. While we're letting that dry, just gonna sit that there. I'm just gonna let that dry for a couple of minutes. We are. So then once that's dry, we can bend the seatbelts properly down. Right, nothing's been touched, it's been left a couple of minutes and it's practically dry. So that's really good. It's very fast drying glue, and even faster if you put adhesive on it. So, well, it is adhesive, but I meant the spray adhesive. So just be careful, kids, if you buy any of this stuff. If you're interested in buying it, it was at sale on Poundland by the Tommy Walsh range, if you don't understand that. Right, next part is the bottom seat harnesses. Now, they are number 3, so it's going to be these slot here, like so. Cut, yeah, one of these slot, like so. Take that off. Turn this over for you all to see. Like so. Just gonna cut these parts, well, just like so. Get rid of that metal, I don't want that. Like so. There you have it. Right, now let's do the same technique now as what we did before. So, just going to just wipe that off a bit. We're going to use the tweezers for this actually. Get the tweezers out. Just wondering if you can actually, yeah, you can actually see that. Now, do remember not to glue the holes on the bottom side. These got to be upside, because you remember that's actually where the straps or things go through. So there you have it. Right, so go take tweezers, being very careful not to squeeze too hard, else they'll go flying somewhere, like many times it's happened to me. I'm just going to have a touch of this glue on the end, like so. Wipe a bit of excess off, and I'm going to stick it just there. Actually no, not just there, further down about, can it not go further down, like there, actually a bit up there, that's perfect. Right, that's one. Now we're going to leave that to dry out, so then if we try and bend over now it won't work properly. So we're just going to do that. Same again to the other one. Take it like so. Add a bit of glue on the end again, and same. Just gonna swap hands. There you have it. Just go put it in line. See what I mean? It does glue fast just then. Right, so go put that there. Like so. Leave it. Okay, so to finally conclude this for tonight, we're just gonna bend over the these. First of all, we're just gonna touch of glue on the end like so. Just undo them, just only a touch of glue. Simply just press down on the tweezers again until get the harness into a good spot like that to make it look like proper fabric. And then push this one onto the other side like so. Just hold it down for a bit in order to, well, try to hold on just like a couple of seconds, I think. No, that was my fault, it just pinged out. That was my fault. Why aren't you sticking? You were before. This is the part where you have to hold it like for a minute now and just at the same time, not glue your ruddy tweezers to the, so it should stay down by now. Alright, just gonna hold it down with this, like so. There you have it. There you are. Right, so that's how you put those seat harnesses together to make it look like a real seat harness. Well, yeah. As for the turret, whereabouts are they? I'm just going to put that there. I think I'm going to use some of these straps for the turret actually, because I haven't used them, and you know, do look a bit good. So, yeah, you've seen how to now do a seat harness. That looks good. And what I'll do is I'll come back to you when I start another thing on the cockpit floor. Right, now we have the seat made up and the harnesses on. Just a note, I have painted the seat harnesses because the Photo-Etched was too strong. It didn't give it a nice type of matte look for fabric, so metal. Felt didn't look that good. Right, the next step we're going to do is actually I'm going to try it. It's very new and it's chipping, but I've learnt it from another modeler. I can't remember his name, but thank you for ever letting me know. Basically what it is you get some silver and you get a tiny little bit of sponge. Now this is going to be actually pretty interesting, so, and this is the first time me doing this, so please bear with me. So what you're going to do is take a bit of sponge, dab in some silver like so. We're just going to gently dab it on in places like so. If it wants to work. Not sure this is actually alright. It's just a bit thin, this painter, so I'm going to just fill it down a bit actually. A bit of water, just mix it around a bit like so. Right, let's see if it knows. You have to get the right density of paint on the surface of the sponge. Just very that looks wonders. Wow. You just want little dabs on anyway. Just tiny little dabs all over. Of course the bulk of the back, just tiny little dots at the back. Just giving it a nice touched effect. Oh, I might have accidentally rubbed that by accident. Yeah, another careful piece is I've accidentally just rubbed the side of the gear lever, well not gear lever, you know what I mean. I don't know what to call it actually. I don't know what it is. Anyway, just a bit of chipping all over the place like so. Gives it a nice effect. I like that. Try not to get on the seats either. That does look pretty good, I like that. I think what else I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit of dark grey chipping on there as well to give it a bit more contrast, I think. Let's wipe that off a bit. Keep it nice and thin, you'll be alright then. While on the subject, I'm going to do this cockpit flooring, I think actually. Just tiny little drops on there. Tiny little droplets to see where the pipe's been put in his feet and so forth, to give it a nice metalized look. That's good, I think. I like it. This looks alright actually. Well, I'm going to do a bit more chipping when everything is actually in place, so it looks a bit better then. It does look alright actually. Wow, that's good. So that's a really good idea, guys. I don't really want to say I'm stealing this idea, but it's very it's just a technique that's been passed down, I think. But anyway, it's still a good way of chipping very easily. Right, well, that done. I'll go let this to dry. Right, so we finally got to the stage. I put these parts as I did last time, and I've added the sponge chipping effect to them. So that should be fun. Now, here's my favourite part. We're going to put the seat into there. Basically, it's going to be straightforward to fit. Like so. That's going straight in. I'm just going to glue that in along the underside here. Problem is that I'm not sure if that's going to fit to the side of this fuselage or not. Let me get the fuselage half. How does that go? I'm just checking the instructions. Right, so that should go. So I'm just having a look. It should apparently go in. That fits in alright like that. It should be alright. Yeah, I think it looks okay. Yeah, everything's level anyway, just look at the side view. Everything's level, so that's no good thing. So basically if anyone mucks up on the side, then it can easily be fixed. So that's a really nice bonus Airfix have added in. Yeah, I still can't get over how the nice plastic these fuselage halves look so darn good. You know, it just baffles me how well it is. What's next? Well, nothing is I have painted the that oil intake you saw last time. Hold on, I don't know if you can see. There you are. That oil intake last time, and you can see that on my finger. I have no idea how I did that. It's funny thing is, it's just a paper cut. But the thing is, if you've had paper cuts, then it stings like absolute mad when reacted to oxygen. So, but the baffling thing was though, the other nights I did loads of drawings, nothing happened. Last night I did hardly anything because I was waiting for new game to download, and that happens. I don't know how the hell it's done it. It just stings like mad. Right, I'm just going to have a look at the other things now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick this into time lapse. Well, try to anyway. Right, now what we're going to do is basically complete the cockpit part. We've got here the, was it a bulkhead? I can't remember what it's actually called, but firewall, that's it, I can't think of it. Is it firewall? I don't know. Anyway, it's there to prevent. Yeah. Anyway, what have I done so far? Well, you saw on the time lapse, we've got these parts painted and they've got the oil tank onto this part. Now, the next part to do, we've got the control stick and we've got this part. I'll just cut this piece out here, like so. Also, we've got the rudders on another piece down here, if I can get to it. Oh, bear with me a minute. where we need them. Right. So what it seems, that goes in there. Oh, that's weird. Apparently the joystick goes straight in front of the pilot on the seat through this. There's a hole here. Wait, can you see that? Yeah, there's a hole here that basically the control stick here goes through, and that I've never seen before in an aircraft. I always see it go through the floor. Well, obviously not in this aircraft. Well, that's very weird. Right, just having a look through instructions. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to put this piece onto this. Now, from what I've seen, this part, this pipe, you have to kind of move it into place in order to slot it in other words. So this is going to be fun. So I need my tweezers, some glue, filled in across there like so. Go push that side in there. So you kind of have to push this pipe. The furthest away pipe you see here, you kind of have to push it in order to get a good fit, which is yeah. See if it will go in. I'm just gonna let it dry for a minute. There you have it. That's in now. You always get one part that won't fit in, and it has to be an important piece. There you have it. Right, I'm going to hold that to dry for a minute because that is really annoying me. Hold it like that. That's perfect. That is perfect. Right, I'm going to leave that for a bit. Just stay. Right, the next part we can do while that's drying is we've got to put these two pieces together, which is going to be incredibly fun. But first I'm going to let that dry for a minute. I'm not 100% sure about that because it does look that will come apart easily. Alright, just having a look what we've done so far. Now the sidewalls, sidewall details. Now these are painted black. This side we got the throttle, and this side we got some radio equipment. So that looks really nice. I still need to go over it, which I will do in a bit once I've done that. And then just having a look through the instructions, just by the sounds of it. Before we can sandwich the two halves together, we've got to paint the inside, got the instrument panel, and back plates where the turret sits. So this is going to be one incredibly fun build. This is. Oh well. Right. Let's see. I think I'm going to. Where's the instrument panel? Parts. Whereabouts is it? Oh, it's there. Now the instrument panel is very nicely detailed, as you saw in the inbox review. The only problem is where the decals sit. There's kind of a lot of build up in there, so I'm just debating whether to have a hobby knife and take this blade and just scrape it out or whatever, because the instrument panel is of course in one piece. Get it out. Now the panels are actually alright, but I'm not 100% sure about them going straight on. So where are we when we once left off? Well, I've completed the cockpit. I did it off camera. Basically what I did was I put the foot pedals in and the joystick in there, and then I did some more chipping on the footrests, and then I gave it a bit of a dark wash. I don't know why this table is also wobbly as is. And basically that's really it for the cockpit. Now the sidewalls I've painted all the instruments black, and I've just gone about painting all the what's it called, throttles and oil levels and all the radio equipment there.